Here's something to think about. If you handed an NFL running back a full plate of biryani and told him to protect it from 11 hungry defenders, which legendary running back do you think could keep it safe the longest? Exactly. That's why today we're talking about the greatest to ever carry the ball, break tackles, ruin defensive game plans, and make grown men miss in open space. Running backs are a different breed. They take hits every play. They run into walls on purpose. And somehow, they still walk back to the huddle like nothing happened. But among all the tough, fearless, explosive athletes in NFL history, 5 names stand above everyone else. This is the definitive look at the top 5 running backs in NFL history, the players who carried their teams, inspired new generations, and left a legacy that can't be duplicated. Let's jump in. Number 5. LaDanian Tomlinson. LaDanian Tomlinson, commonly known as LT, was not just a running back. He was a highlight machine built for speed, balance, and pure scoring ability. Drafted by the San Diego Chargers in 2001, LT quickly became one of the most unstoppable offensive weapons of the 2000s. What made him special wasn't just his running style, it was his versatility. Tomlinson could run inside, break outside, catch passes like a wide receiver, and even throw touchdowns on trick plays. He had a smooth style, almost gliding instead of running, yet he could explode through tiny gaps with lightning acceleration. In 2006, he delivered one of the greatest seasons in NFL history, a record-breaking 31 total touchdowns, an MVP award, and defensive coordinators losing sleep every week. Tomlinson was simply too complete. He retired with more than 13,600 rushing yards, 145 rushing touchdowns, and the respect of every player who watched him. He was the perfect blend of skill and intelligence, a running back who understood angles and timing better than almost anyone. Number 4. Barry Sanders. If football had magicians, Barry Sanders would be the head of the magic show. He didn't run, he vanished. 1 second defenders had him trapped, and the next he was 20 yards downfield, still spinning, still cutting, still impossible to catch. Drafted by the Detroit Lions in 1989, Sanders played 10 seasons and made every one of them unforgettable. His running style was a combination of quickness, balance, and reflexes that looked unreal, even on slow-motion replays. It felt like his legs had their own separate brain, making decisions faster than physics should allow. Barry rushed for 15,269 yards in only 10 seasons, and retired at the absolute peak of his career. No decline, no slow fade, just pure greatness from start to finish. What makes him even more impressive is that he did all of this without playing on powerhouse teams. Detroit's offense wasn't stacked. Barry just created magic out of nothing, week after week. He's the most naturally gifted runner the sport has ever seen. Number 3. Walter Payton. Walter's sweetness. Payton wasn't just strong or fast. He was elegant. His nickname wasn't a joke. Watching him run was like watching an artist paint, except the canvas was a muddy field and 11 defenders were trying to take his head off. Payton played his entire career with the Chicago Bears from 1975 to 1987. He ran with a style that combined toughness and grace. His stiff arm was legendary, his endurance was unmatched, and his willingness to do anything for his team set him apart. He finished his career with 16,726 rushing yards, a record at the time, and became the face of consistency. He didn't miss games. He didn't complain. He just played and dominated. But Payton's greatness wasn't just athletic. It was emotional. He inspired teammates through his effort and character. His legacy lives on through the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, one of the NFL's highest honors. Sweetness wasn't just a runner. He was the heart of the game. Number 2, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith is the definition of longevity meeting excellence. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest, but he was the smartest, toughest, and most reliable running back the NFL has ever seen. Drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in 1990, Emmitt became the engine of the Cowboys dynasty. Behind one of the NFL's greatest defensive lines, he produced year after year after year, never slowing down, never breaking, never giving up. Emmitt holds the all-time rushing record with 18,355 yards, a mark that has stood for decades. He also has 164 rushing touchdowns, another record, but his greatness went beyond numbers. He played hurt, he played in big moments, and he delivered when everything was on the line. His most iconic performance came in 1993, when he played against the New York Giants with a separated shoulder and still ran for 168 yards to win the division. He wasn't flashy, he wasn't fancy, he was dominant, dependable, and historic. Number 1, Jim Brown. At number 1, we have the man who changed football forever, Jim Brown. When Jim Brown entered the NFL in 1957, he didn't just play the game. He redefined it. Bigger than linebackers, faster than cornerbacks, stronger than anyone who tried to tackle him. He was a running back built like a modern superstar decades before anyone even imagined athletes like him. Brown played only 9 seasons, but led the NFL in rushing 8 of them. His numbers still look unreal today. 12,312 yards, 5.2 yards per carry, and a level of dominance that no one of his era could match. He retired early, not because he was slowing down, but because he had already proven everything he needed to. Even with his short career, many still consider him the greatest running back of all time. Jim Brown was power, speed, intelligence, and aggression in perfect balance. When defenders saw him run, they didn't try to stop him. They tried to survive him. Honorable mentions. A list this legendary deserves a few extra names. Adrian Peterson, modern power and explosiveness. Eric Dickerson, record-breaking speed and vision. Marshall Faulk, the blueprint for modern dual-threat running backs. O.J. Simpson, dominant on the field during his era. Derrick Henry, the closest modern comparison to Jim Brown's power. Each of these players shaped the game and could easily make a top 10 list. The running back position is one of the toughest in all of sports. You get hit every play. You take the biggest hits. You carry the pressure of the offense. And somehow, these 5 legends made it look easy. LaDanian Tomlinson's versatility, Barry Sanders' magic, Walter Payton's elegance, Emmitt Smith's consistency, Jim Brown's unmatched dominance. They are the standard, the blueprint, the icons who defined what a running back should be. These are the top 5 running backs in NFL history, and their legacy lives every time a young player picks up the ball and dreams of greatness. Like, share, and subscribe for more sports stories.